Hi guys, it's great to be talking to you. Today we are talking about banking on the future, how technology is changing the landscape of the financial services industry. And we are seeing a huge disruptive change which is happening right now because we are moving towards a connected world. Earlier we were living in a world where every company wanted to do everything, and we were living in our own silos or castles, and everybody wanted to do everything. We wanted to be master of all, but that is not going to be the future. I don't think that is going to be possible. We are moving towards a new age or dimension where we are talking about a connected industry where all the apps, all the financial services institutions, due to the open API, open banking, a lot of other norms which have come in and which will keep coming in spirit of the customer centricity. A lot of organizations will now be talking to each other. You will be getting one spot, you will be getting all your financial information. So this whole idea of building fortresses or castles and doing everything, whether you were good at it or bad at it, and the customer would remain with you because of the convenience, that is not going to remain consistent anymore. What will happen is that people are now demanding very, very high quality products and solutions which meet their need. And today, so you have to be today, I think future is, even from today, is going to belong to companies which are very, very focused, and they are doing few things, but they are doing them very, very well. And to give a holistic experience to their customers, they can integrate with other partners who may be doing some small part of those things really, really well. So I think future of financial services and technology is going to be a connected world. And as I always say, the customer experience is going to be the key. We are living in a world where everybody today has a voice. Earlier, very few people had an opportunity to be speaking on the TV, or they had an opportunity to write a column on the newspaper, and their voice used to be heard. And they were the thought leaders. Today, we are living in a social media era where everybody can be a spokesman. Everybody can write a review. Everybody can say something, or they can tweet something about it, or they can go to even the prime minister of the country and comment on what he's done or what he's saying, and their voice will be seen by maybe lakhs or even crores of people depending on what they have done. So today we are living in a world where voice is going to be very, very is going to be very, very democratized. So everybody has a voice. So you have to get that customer experience up. Otherwise, brands are going to be in a very, very bad this thing. Yes, and people do understand that there are always people who can never be satisfied. My father used to tell me one thing, that 90% of people are good, they're easily satisfied. 9% of the people you have to work on and they can be satisfied. And 1% of the people, even God can't satisfy. So yes, those 1% will be there. But that means when you have the possibility to satisfy 99%, then you should do that. And you should be focusing on customer experience and customer expectations. Another new change which is going to happen is that the future is going to belong to design thinking. See, earlier we used to make our products, take them to the market, and these products were based on our perceptions, our thinkings, our thoughts, our experience in the industry. Yes, this is what people require. But today you have a beautiful process of design thinking, which has become very prevalent. There are so many professionals available where even when you have an idea, even before you fructify it into a product, you can go and ask for the unsolved need. What is it that the customer is looking for? What is his pain? What is he looking for? And then you design a product on that basis, after which you have understood, look, which market segment I want to go after, what is my type of customer, what is he looking at, what does he want. Then you develop your prototypes, you take them back to the customers, and you do a A/B testing, and you do a prototype study. And then you understand, okay, this is a product that is meeting the need of the customer, and you develop that product. So in that sense, the failure of products, if you follow design thinking, are going to be much lower, and you're going to have a much more importance in terms of being able to solve the needs of the customer. But this also brings in a challenge, that the challenge of execution will always remain. Okay, you may have the best product in the world, but if you are not able to communicate it across, then that product is not going to serve any need or purpose. So the next thing which is going to become very important is digital marketing, and marketing overall is going digital, because we have started living in a virtual world. Today all our kids hardly go out. They're always on their phones, their computers, their laptops, and so is with all of us. The amount of time we spent on our computer, laptops, and we are spending very little time watching ads on the normal TV or watching hoardings. Okay, so the whole world has changed, and today digital marketing is going to be very, very important for you to be able to communicate your product. So it is there is digital sales, where how to you get leads to sell your product. There is also digital marketing, where you create an awareness about your product, or you create a demand for that product. So when you look at your digital landscape in the future, you have to look at marketing plus sales separately. A lot of people confuse digital sales with digital marketing. It's not the same thing. At the end of the day, marketing creates a demand, sales fulfills that demand. So you have to do the both of them. And and another thing is that on the customer experience, you have to now give him a holistic experience. Okay, yes, you are giving him a product now, but he has very limited time, and he appreciates his time, and you appreciate his time. So he wants, if he needs to see some other stuff, like even his credit score or his bank account statements or XYZ. Today, you have the ability to integrate with other people through partners or directly, and bring him a holistic situation. Because today, to win us his space on a customer's mobile is also going to be an art. He wants a very, very limited number of apps. And today, most of these bigger companies like Apple and Google want to make apps redundant in the future. Now, if that situation comes in, then the companies have to review and redesign the way they do this thing, because people have realized that apps are becoming bigger than themselves. They are becoming huge. So now they want to bring that power back to them, so that we may be in an appless world in the future, so that people are still searching, still going, and there is money for providers to be made. So this is a very dynamic area. You have to keep on understanding what is happening there, and you have to be very nimble to be able to take an opportunity there. Another is that it's aligning the service delivery. That is also going to be a supremely important thing. That how do you deliver your service when you have got the sale? How do you deliver that service? What is going to happen post that? Okay, because you have to understand, guys, connectivity is going to increase phenomenally. Because earlier connectivity was based on humans. Now there is going to be AI, robotic, where connectivity is going to get automated. So people are going to getting used to being much better connected, much more scientifically connected. And this is what your brand or your company needs to be ready with. They look, I can't live in the past where I used to do things this way and people had to accept it. Today, it's going to be future. It has to be done in what the customer wants, and the winner is going to take it all. So at the end of the day, if you don't buck up, then somebody else is going to come in and take your market. Okay, and also, when we talk about tech disruptions, now this is also something that you need to think about. We may think that this cannot change or this cannot happen, but there is always something new. And if you look at last 3 years, a lot of people couldn't have imagined a lot of things which are happening right now. But that the whole world would be communicating on platforms like Zoom or Meet, and this would become a normal part of our life. If 2 years ago some analyst has said in 2 years this is going to be the adoption, then nobody would have believed it. But this is what has happened, and that's because of the COVID pandemic that came in. So you are never going to know what trigger is going to bring in what disruption. But you have to be ready. And if you are very strong on your customer experience, and you have a product which has a very high demand from the customer, then you are always going to be winning, and that is going to be your future. So guys, this is my little two bits on digital strategy for the future, building a future proof in a financial services company. And I hope I've been able to add value to you. And so your digital strategy has to be on customer experience, connectivity, being innovative, design thinking, and understanding that your customer has the power, and you have to give him convenience. You have to open up, you have to collaborate, you have to partner. Future is going to belong to specialists, and I hope you decide and choose to be a specialist. That's my two bits. Thanks.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.